Mahomes now on first down. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes.
Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
And so much for that great field position to start the game. Now they're way behind the sticks. Can't wait to see what their second down call is going to look like now.
So much for coming out throwing as it leads to an early second down and long. Another try after the first down sack. Mahomes going top shelf for Smith-Schuster. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be third down.
I know conventional wisdom says, hey, don't get it all back in one play. But sometimes you go ahead and try to. They tried to get it all back on that one. Weren't able to do so.
In motion, the tight end, Kelsey. Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. And that is incomplete.
That was their first third down try of the game, and clearly something was off in the execution of that play. Good news, they've got a whole game left to clean that up and start clicking on those key third down throws.
And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line.
Tua and the Dolphins now with a 1st and 10
at their own 22. Now the first carry for Chase Edmonds. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. Second down.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
And going deep for Hill. And got his man complete.
And he's going to be marked down just outside the 10. And that looked almost to be a case of, you know, a quarterback saying, hey, I'm going to throw this as far as I can and hope you run under it. Mission accomplished.
A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. Now a run straight ahead with Edmonds. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. The defense showing some anger after giving up the big play. This time they'll lose one or two.
Second down and another run with Edmonds.
And here he'll get it down to the 7. 5 yards on the carry there, and it leaves him with third and about 6 yards to go.
Good running right there, and this is a man who's a 1,000-yard rusher in the regular season, so you know he's going to get his chances, and he picks up nice yardage on that one.
They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains.
Throwing is Tagovailoa on third down here. And he's just going to throw this one out of bounds here. Nowhere to go with it. Incomplete. That has to feel like a very unsatisfying drive, right? You move the ball all that way, and then you can't convert on third down.
But it was satisfying up until that point. Almost like a great movie, and then the film cuts out before the big ending.
Sanders' kick is good. And the Dolphins will jump out to a 3-0 lead.
So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
Pass midfield, look out.
And he will take this one back all the way inside the 35.
We spent so much time talking about the physical side of the game. How about the mental side? They just gave up a field goal, but they didn't get down at all. Big time return. They're set up to try and at least tie the game up.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. In motion, the tight end, Kelsey.
Hey, 43, 15. Attack, attack. Yellow.
On first down, Mahomes. And And his throw's going to be incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got second and third down to fall back on.
2nd and 10, a very chilly day here, but no snow. And I got to say, if it's going to be this cold, I want snow. You should see Charles' face. He's looking at me like I'm crazy.
And he's brought down here just outside of the 20. He missed on his first 3 passes, was 0 for 3. Now gets a connection. Maybe that'll get him going.
Yeah, it wasn't a time for panic, but there was some concern because once you start in a certain pattern, you're wondering, can you get out of it? And that flips the other way, too, when you're throwing it really well. In this case, now he's got his first completion. They think he might be off to the races.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Mahomes. And this one too low.
Well, it certainly appears that they're going to try and keep getting him the football. It's the 3rd time they've looked in his direction. Unfortunately, haven't completed one yet, but I'm not sure they're going to shy away from it. They feel like they've got something there, and they want to capitalize on it.
I think you're right. We're only in the first quarter, so a lot of opportunities ahead. Throwing is Mahomes on 3rd. And that is caught. Touchdown, Kansas City. Travis Kelce, a 20-yard touchdown. And the Chiefs are able to answer the early 3 points and take a first-quarter lead. Extra point by Butker is on target, and that makes it a 7-3 lead. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away.
Well, not one you see often there as he fails to keep it between the sidelines, and that is a penalty every time, and going to give this offense better field position.
And it's every kickoff guy's nightmare, isn't it? Because you don't see yourself doing this, and most of the time you don't. It's absolutely a mishit, and now your team pays the price. Bad field position for your defense.
A good start to the drive. Here's that's caught out on the left side. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. First catch of this wild card game for a 1,000-yard receiver in the regular season. He's got a first down, too. Here's Tagovailoa to throw. And it's a fumble. And it's picked up by the Chiefs.
Thank goodness for heaters up here. And thank goodness I don't have to carry the football in this game. It's January. It's cold out there. Trying to clutch the football and absorb the hits, not easily done.
Yeah, we saw a product of the elements right there. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive.
This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
To throw on 2nd and 10, Mahomes. That is caught by Smith-Schuster. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. 33 yards that time.
Big plays always wind up being a big theme as we get rolling in these playoffs, and the defenses that can avoid giving them up, well, they're the teams that tend to go far. You may not eliminate those big plays, but if you can limit them, then you've got a chance to get to the ultimate game.
It's a loss of 4 on the first down play.
Pretty straightforward play there by the linebacker. He saw the run, went with straight-ahead pursuit, and dumped him behind the line of scrimmage.
In motion, the tight end, Kelce. Throwing on 2nd and 14. Mahomes looking downfield for Kelce. And that is caught for the touchdown, Kansas City. Travis Kelce, 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And they are able to add on to their advantage.
Extra point by Butker is on target.
And that pushes the lead up to 11. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And that one carries out of the side of the end zone here. So it's a touchback and bring it out to the 25. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. They've been a come-from-behind team all year. They'll need to do it again as they trail early in this wild card game. Now here's a defensive timeout called by the Chiefs. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. They fake the handoff. Now Tua. Finds Hill on the crossing route. Complete. Finding room at midfield. Down the sideline he goes. Tyreek Hill. And he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown. Well, fair to say that when you're looking at guys that can run like the wind, you often find him at the wide receiver position. And that was special there.
And that's the kind of play where you have to kind of catch your breath afterwards. So just give me a second here, because when he shifted into high gear, he was an absolute blur out there. No substitute for speed. We talk about that all the time. The evidence was right there.
And the next-gen stats are going to tell the story. And, wow, what a story it is. Nearly a full 23 miles an hour. One of the fastest plays on record, folks. And he's only going to make it to the 13-yard line and no further.
For most people, the excitement of a kickoff return is to see a long one that goes back in the opposite direction. But for the guys covering it, it's being able to stop them deep in their own territory. How about that incredible form tackle right there? Shoulder in the ball carrier, and down he goes.
Mahomes now on first down. He rifles one that's intercepted.
Picked up by Javon Holland.
And he will bring it back. It's a pick six and a Dolphins touchdown. Charles, I'm looking at you, and understandably your mouth is wide open in disbelief. What were they thinking?
That's going to be one of the great mysteries, but I do know this. When they went out on offense, I will guarantee they told them, don't just make anticipatory throws. Make sure you see it before you throw it. Didn't happen here.
Trying to protect that lead, and now they gave it up. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. Now Mahomes to try again after the pick six. Looking for Kelsey on the deep ball. And that will fall incomplete. Oh, they took a shot there on what will turn out to be the final play of this first quarter. So the incompletion, and now it's 2nd and 10, again from the 25-yard line.
15.
Mahomes on the give to Edwards-Helaire.
And they're able to get this one across the 35. That one good for 12 yards into Kansas City first.
That was good, tough running right up the middle. And if the defense can't penetrate and make him slow his pace or change direction, that's often the end result.
On 1st and 10, here's Mahomes. This one complete to Mecole Hardman.
And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
Throwing on 1st down is Mahomes. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They're giving him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks. And he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
Mahomes firing complete. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. The Chiefs have got the passing game rolling a bit, and another first down.
It's funny, throughout the time that we've been together, when we talk with running backs about the ability to catch the ball, their eyes light up when they talk about open field and having one-on-one matchups, don't they?
Yeah, they do. That's the reason why. What we just saw, shedding those tackles, and that's what they're used to doing.
It is, and it starts at the beginning of the play, one-on-one matchup with someone trying to cover them, but they also like those one-on-ones downfield after the catch when they're running with the ball. They think they're going to win those too.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Again, they'll throw with Mahomes. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down.
Well, every point certainly counts at this stage of the game, but after driving so far, you absolutely know they want to finish it with 6 instead of 3.
Throwing now is Mahomes. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Eric Rowe.
And the Dolphins are going to have it here as they'll start at their own 7.
You don't see this often. A quarterback of his caliber, 2 first-half interceptions.
It's absolutely surprising because it happens so rarely. You're searching for what reason, what's going on out there. It's not just maybe the defense is playing well. Is this horoscope off? Is biorhythms? What is it?
You went horoscope on us, David.
Well, I was thinking maybe REM sleep was off. I'm trying to come up with something.
Anything, right? Throwing on 2nd and 14. Tua. This one complete to the running back, Chase Edmonds. So the completion good for 7 there. And they're going to face a 3rd down. So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. Tagovailoa working out of the gun. And that is incomplete.
As a defensive back, you have some weapons at your disposal that we don't often talk about. And you can read a receiver's eyes, you can read his hands, and you know that the arrival of the ball is imminent. And that allows you to make a play on it and oftentimes knock it away.
They're going for it. Here's Tua with it. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And an utter disaster as the ball's going to go over on downs at the 2-yard line. Well, it's gutsy to go for it in the red zone. The problem there is they were in their own red zone. Why in the world did they do that?
They must have thought they had the exact play called.
And he is in. Touchdown, Kansas City.
Noah Gray
taking it in from 2 yards out.
And the Chiefs have retaken the lead. Extra point by Butker is on target.
And that will make this a 4-point game. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away.
A fairly short kick from the 14.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive.
As this offense gets ready here for this drive, Charles, you still wonder about that prior drive. Went for it on 4th down in their own territory, didn't get it, and then that led to a touchdown on the other side.
And I don't mind the aggressiveness. In fact, I'm usually a huge fan of it, but I just want teams to always weigh risk and reward. To me, too early in this game because the reward just wasn't big enough to go for it there in case they failed. Now the pressure back on their offense to pick themselves up and negate the touchdown that was just given up.
Tua now on first down.
A quick slanted hill. And they'll work this down inside the 30.
And now with that completion, he's north of 200 yards here in the first half.
And he's going to break our statistician Marvin, isn't he? Because Marvin right now is just tallying it up. Hope his hand doesn't hurt too much doing this, or he keeps hitting the calculator. But my goodness, what a start he is off to. By the end of this game, he could have monster numbers. He just wants to continue to be accurate. Well, so far, little to no resistance by the defense on this drive alone. 3 passes, 3 completions, 3 first downs. They're taking it to him, and it's paying off.
Again, it's Tagovailoa. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Well, it hasn't been a banner first half for the defense trying to cover him today, but they'll take that one right there, helping force that incompletion.
Here we go.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Play action. Now it's Tua. It's caught. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. Mike Gesicki, a 12-yard touchdown grab. And the Dolphins have yet again retaken the lead. Extra point up and good by Sanders, and that gives them a 3-point lead. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick.
This will be returned from deep in the end zone.
And he'll be out of bounds here just past the 20-yard line. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. Right now, we've got a little bit of an offensive masterpiece going on. Both sides moving the football, scoring points. It's almost like somebody put the defense on rookie mode in this one. I mean, we haven't even left the first half, Charles, and we're certainly on pace for a shootout.
An excellent start for both offenses. The fans have to be enjoying this to see all these points go up on the board. As a former defender, you know I'm not enjoying this at all. But right now, both these teams just trading haymakers. Let's see if anyone slips up first. Can anyone counter with a nice little jab and get things going in their direction?
And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. It'll go as a gain of 10 on a Kansas City first down. 2 minutes to play here in this first half of the NFL playoffs. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
15. Yellow.
In motion, the tight end, Kelsey.
43.
On play action, it's Mahomes. Finding Hardman here over the middle. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. Now whistles and a flag down. Looked like one of the Chief linemen might have moved. The full start backs him up 5, 1st and 15.
15.
Here's Mahomes to throw. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
But whatever they called on defense, they made sure they were ready for the pass on that snap, made the proper adjustments, and helped force an incompletion.
So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down. In motion, the tight end, Kelsey.
Easy. Go, baby.
Now it's Mahomes again. The Dolphins get there this time, and they bring him down. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down.
So this has been a lot like a tennis match, hasn't it? Back and forth. Both of these offenses having their way so far. So maybe the question isn't who's going to score the most points in this game. Maybe it's who's going to get some stops.
Yeah, absolutely. And that sack, finally a first step in the right direction for a stop. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. It's a gain of 11, but they're still well short. It's 4th down.
Yellow.
In motion, the tight end, Kelsey.
43. Attack. Yellow.
They'll go for it. It's Mahomes. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert. and they turn it over. A surprising move to go for it, and predictably, at least somewhat predictably, it doesn't pay off. And the Dolphins get the football in great field position.
Ready.
On first down, Tagovailoa. That's out to the flat for Edmonds. And he's got this down a yard or two shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it can turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
Looking to throw again on second down. Tua. And he wisely will throw that one away.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
Yes, percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. First down line at the 34 here on third down. Tua sets up to pass it. Got a man, it's Waddle, complete. He's going to pick up the first down and then some. Touchdown, Dolphins. Jalen Waddle, 41 yards. And the Dolphins will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. So it takes them just 3 plays here to find the end zone. And you remember, of course, this was all set up by their defense.
Yeah, they got the stop on fourth down, so I imagine the offense said to their defense, thank you very much for this great starting field position. And like you said, 3 plays later, they're in the end zone.
Extra point up and good by Sanders. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And with a little under a minute remaining, they may try to put something together here just to try to cut into that deficit. Taking a deep shot here for Hardman. And Mahomes misfires again, and it's intercepted. Nick Needham picks it off. With the points that we've seen scored, neither defense has been at their best, but these guys have been a little bit better, Charles, and a nice interception there.
Yeah, you're right about that, Brandon. Let's face it. It's not always how you start, it's how you finish, right? So maybe you have a rough game all the way along, but if you make a big play like that at the right time, it can make everything turn out just okay.
The Dolphins going to take their second timeout as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this first half.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. This will be caught. It's Waddle. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. They call his number again. It's his 6th catch and a first down. Throwing now is Tagovailoa. And this will be incomplete. 1 second left to go.
No coverage bust by the defense here. They did a nice job accounting for everybody, and that led to an incompletion.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Tua, the final shot before half. They'll go out to the flat for Edmonds. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. So we're at halftime of this AFC Wildcard matchup. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon, getting set for quarter number 3 here. Both teams try to avoid being one and done in these playoffs as we start the second half of this AFC wildcard game. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone.
And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And they've been the better of the two teams through 2 quarters of play, much to the chagrin of this home crowd.
Yeah, this score is a surprise.
Down the numbers. There he goes. 30. 10. 5. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. They talked about stringing together some explosive plays here in the playoffs. That was a pretty explosive play.
It certainly was. And if you're going to win on the road, it certainly helps to have big playability in your hip pocket, doesn't it?
Extra point up and good by Sanders. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. And he is out of bounds here on the return. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. They go play fake. Mahomes. Going top shelf for Smith-Schuster. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by Javon Holland. And the Dolphins are going to get this back to their own 34-yard line. Well, still down quite a bit here, several scores. But, yeah, at least that's a start, Charles, getting the interception here. And, look, we're still in the 3rd quarter, so this thing not done yet.
You're right about that, Brandon. This defense, they haven't quit on this game. They stayed with it and got an interception and handed the ball back to their offense. And what you wonder about is the team that just threw that interception, they've got to be careful about developing a sense of complacency and thinking this game is over.
Brought down by Willie Gay.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
On play action, here's Tua. They complete it to Hill. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Tua to Tyreek for the Miami first.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not, because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the 3rd quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it themselves.
3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
Being chased out left. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away. Not his best throw there, but when we sit right now in the 3rd quarter, he's had a pretty good game throwing the football.
He certainly has, and it's not exactly the point where we're doing the 4-minute offense yet, but they got to think about, I'm not going to say milking the clock, but understanding clock management here on out.
Oh, this is intercepted, intended for Hill.
It's Joshua Williams with a pick. And the Chiefs are going to take possession of the football.
Their passing game has been spectacular this afternoon. Finally, a win for the defense.
You think maybe there was an adjustment there. Finally gained a measure of, I don't even know if you call it revenge, but got a play done against him, and that's been difficult for them all game long.
Mahomes' throw here complete to Kelsey.
Flexing his muscle again. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. The catch and run, good for 24 yards.
Good job there of getting his tight end involved, because he lines up on the right side of the formation, just works his way across the field. I really like how they were in sync on that one. He spotted the open gap in the zone, and his quarterback found him, and they get a first down.
And he's going to be taken down right at the 10-yard line.
And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. Now here's Mahomes. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Well, we've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's not a good day when you feel like it.
Mahomes hit. He lost the football.
We hear them discuss red zone efficiency a lot, CD, and they almost gave that one up in the red zone. Luckily, they'll have another shot.
And you and I both know that every offensive coordinator, play caller in the league, they take particular delight in their red zone calls because those are the payoff ones. But you can't call a play if your team doesn't have the ball. Got to secure it.
The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And that's going to make it 4th down. Butker's kick here is good, and that will close the gap down to 14. So the response to that touchdown on the other side to begin the third quarter, just 3 points, but still a response nonetheless.
You're exactly right about that, because I think you needed to answer back with something, even though it's not 6. Just enough to send a message that says, hey, we're not going away.
And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line, so bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision, loses him about 4 yards. The Dolphins at the line, ready for their next drive. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you, and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw.
Well, he brings it in off the deflection.
And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. A gain of 28 yards there and give him a first down.
Partner, I know the bounces are supposed to equal out over the course of a game, but not so far in this one.
Now this afternoon, the bounces are there. So the scoreboard also there.
Totally reflects it. They've got a big advantage.
And some room to work. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. That's now a pair of explosive plays in succession, both north of 20 yards. Under a minute to go in this third quarter as they come up 1st and 10. They'll stay on the ground with Mostert. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown.
Raheem Mostert,
26 yards.
And the Dolphins continue to pull the playoff surprise as they lead big here on the road.
Extra point up and good by Sanders. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick.
And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone.
And he'll be out of bounds across the 25. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive.
I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
They go play action. Now Mahomes. Buying time to his left.
And this one incomplete. Threw it down at the feet of his receiver.
Well, he certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
Hey, 4 43. Attack.
Mahomes will try again on second down. And he is going to be taken down. And that should be the final play of this third quarter. 1 quarter remains for the right to survive. Going to need better protection here. 3rd and long following the sack for Mahomes and company. They'll look to throw here. Under pressure, and they got to him again.
Jalen Phillips, the former first-rounder, getting in there for the sack. It has been a rough afternoon for him trying to get rid of the football. See, that's now 5 sacks.
How'd you like to be the offensive coordinator, the offensive line coach trying to come up with an answer for this pass rush? What blocking assignments do you change? Can guys play a little bit better?
He's got a man complete. And now this is going to depend on the spot. And they say he's just short. The Chiefs tried it, but they're turned away on 4th down. And that will force a turnover on downs. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive.
Well, the win for them at this point seems pretty assured. I mean, still a decent amount of time left here in the 4th quarter, Charles, but you got the football, you're up 3 scores. They have to be feeling really good about where they're at.
I love your observation skills, partner, because I think you saw them charge onto the field fired up about another chance to get into the end zone. Looks to me like this group is ready to crush any hope left on the opposing sideline, and they want to do it with some gusto, too.
Yeah, alright, my flow sinister. This ain't rap music, this straight literature. Small-minded, all your ideas miniature. They tend to hate on you when they can't get rid of you. I ain't going nowhere, 20-year career minimum. Call Hit Boy for beats, ask for 10 of them. I don't follow trends, I swing the pendulum. If the bag good, I'm gonna give her some. Let's reflect times, I try to collect minds from complex rhymes. And by the way, shout out Tech 9. Go and shut the up, just let me talk. I'm a time bomb that's waiting to go off. Quite nuclear, amazing what fame could do to you. Too peculiar, although I'm truly a renaissance starter. My mind divine, it take me a lot farther. Growing up, I really had beef with my father. But why bother explaining my feelings? Try harder, but either way they gon' paint you the villain. 8 months with no phone, dog, we aiming for brilliance. High level maintaining the building, we making a killing. Alright, my flow sinister. This ain't rap music, this straight literature. Small-minded, all your ideas miniature. They tend to hate on you when they can't get rid of you. A wise man told me that silence never betrayed him. Keep your mouth shut, cause got ultimatums. Stupid situations, the tongue often creates them. The motor mouth is usually causing mayhem. Lil' tune, flow sinister, I'm a finisher. Many men gon' need ministers, I'm a men in them. Enemies, I'm the enema. I'm a on them, just like my keys, drop my on the dental work. My thoughts I keep confidential, it's consequential. Philosophies unidentical, I'm not into you. My Siamese brother Benjamin, that's how I stick to him. These diamond bees, all BBs, I call them Vivica. Skating underneath a bridge, stay hustling as it is. Make money, feed the kids, ain't nothing in the fridge. Wake up, repeat the sins, I need a 10, stay muddy to the lid, 800, eat a. Yeah, alright, my flow sinister. This ain't rap music, this straight literature. Small-minded, all your ideas miniature. They tend to hate on you when they can't get rid of you. I ain't going nowhere, 20-year career minimum. Call Hit Boy for beats, ask for 10 of them. I don't follow trends, I swing the pendulum. If the bag good, I'm gonna give her some. Yeah, alright, my flow sinister. Yeah, alright, my flow sinister. Yeah, alright, my flow sinister. Never lied in my rhymes, you can go ask Jennifer. That's my mom's name. I create and find change. My mind frame ensures that forever I'll reign.
I'm really out for blood this time, look. I just came back for the win. Lot of new money in my hand. Gonna tell a friend to tell a friend. They say success is the best revenge. Heard they was sleeping again, say it no more. This is a rude awakening, kicking the door. Back and I'm better than ever before. Don't get it mistaken, I'm ready for war. I see the icing, I'm up in the score. I get to and jump in the course. Follow the core and the back to the morgue. Take the the sheet off and I some more. When I am done at the scene, I won't leave anything. You won't even know who was involved. Don't let me do it, cause I overdo it and do it till I cannot do it no more. All of the data, I'm proving them wrong. Back with the classic, I know it's been long. Heard it was missing me while I was gone. I smell the victory, back up on top, and it's where I belong. Like it ain't to me, we making history, fall through the misery, weather the storm. Can't let them get to me, no weapon form shall prosper. R&B all over my roster, I got options. I keep it right on the dresser, next to the Oscar. Applying pressure, somebody stop us. Woo! Applying pressure, somebody stop us. Running my constant, go need a doctor, go need a doctor, go need a what? I just came back for the win. Lot of new money in my hand. Go on, tell a friend and tell a friend. They say success is the best revenge. I just came back for the win. Lot of new money in my hand. Go on, tell a friend and tell a friend. They say success is the best revenge. So now they on my body. Made it to the top. Ain't no way that they can stop me now. They gon' say I joined the Illuminati. I got demons all around me. Tell me what they know about me, huh? I just came back for the win. Lot of new money in my hand. Go on, tell a friend and tell a friend. They say success is the best revenge. I just came back for the win. Lot of new money in my hand. Go on, tell a friend and tell a friend. They say success is the best revenge.
You spent your whole life trying to blow up, but Elohim never had time for donuts. The beat go ham, no time for cold cuts. The game like big pitch came to Jonah. Yeah, I'm still in the